Hello everybody. Just finishing getting set up here on a Monday for another game of Strat-O-Matic baseball, full 1966 season replay. We're on game 625. Can you believe it? And today we're going to have the first game of a doubleheader between the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals are at home. I forgot to pencil this in, but the Cardinals have won the first two games of the four-game series. Hello there, Ernest. I downloaded a program called TenorShare. I'm trying to recover deleted files from an external hard drive that I accidentally deleted. And it's taking forever. I'm only on 13% of advanced scanning, so I had to jury-rig the setup here so that the other computer can continue to do that scan as we play the game. Now I'll still have access to my stats. Starting pitchers for today's game: Jim Bunning for the Phillies, Ray Washburn for the Cardinals. Hey there, Jeffrey. Hello there. Hello, Mike. Welcome one and all as we get into the colder weather here. I encountered a few little specks of snow this morning. Nothing stuck. The unmitigated gall. I wish I could say that in a W.C. Fields accent. That would be perfect. Bunning has been magnificent. 8-5, his 2.59 ERA ranking among the league leaders. In 15 starts, he's completed 7 of them, including 2 shutouts. His total line, 118 innings, which ranks high among the league leaders in innings pitched. 85 hits, 28 walks, and his 96 strikeouts also ranks among the league leaders. For Washburn, hasn't been nearly as pretty. 2-6, 4.88. 8 starts, 3 complete games. 55 in the third innings, 54 hits, 38 strikeouts. Ben is here. Hello, Ben. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I've been trying to tie up some loose ends. Great pitcher and a lousy politician, right, Jeffrey? Isn't that an oxymoron, lousy politician? Roll up my sleeves. Hello, Bob. Welcome in. They're filing in here. Bob Merrow. So we figured out most of the name changes here, done by YouTube, of course, not by me. Let's go ahead and give you the Philadelphia lineup. We'll get started here today. Cookie Rojas back at second base, leads off. That's where he should be playing, right? Johnny Callison in right field, Dick Allen in left field. Bill White at first base hits cleanup. Tony Gonzalez in center field. Clay Dalrymple will do the catching. Dick Grote is at short today, so no Wine and Rojas, at least not yet. Tony Taylor at third. And Bunning the pitcher. Under who's hot and who's not, Tony Taylor ice cold in the last 10 days, 5 for 29 without a single run batted in. The umpires for today's game will be Bob Engel behind the plate, Chris Pellicudis at first, Ken Burkhardt at second, and Frank Sikori at third. Hello there, Bill. Take a drink. I'm drinking coffee, but you know, you're welcome to. Even though it's not a happy hour Friday, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. 1:30 Pacific time, 4:30 Eastern, 2:30 Steve time, same as Arizona. And we're ready to play ball. Washburn's ready to go to work. Ben, did you ever try the fresh ground coffee, grinding your own beans, of course, I mean. Cookie Rojas leads it off. Cookie is hitting .244, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Washburn gets the sign. Here it comes. The pitch is a 1-6 right-handed high fly ball to left field. Brock makes the catch. Oh, he almost got it out of here. Brock up against the wall to pull that one in. Rojas hit that surprisingly further than I thought he would. A complete miss. But now you've got it. Well, that's good. You're not alone, Ben. The first time I did it, I had crowns all over the place. In fact, I'll show you what I do, but let's at least get through an inning. I should have brought this up sooner. Johnny Callison's the hitter at .278, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. Washburn gets the sign. The pitch is a 111 right-handed. It's a grounder down to first. Francona gloves it, feeds Washburn covering, and there's 2 down. And here comes the always dangerous Dick, don't call me Richie Allen, hitting .366 on the year. 15 home runs and 39 RBIs. The 15 home runs, of course, ranks among the league leaders. .48 righty, and that's a base hit into left field. So Allen sharply lined single into left with 2 down. He's a star 15 stealer, so let's check the battery. Washburn a -1 hold. McCarver a -1 arm. So Allen at 13. They're not going to hold him. Allen can steal if he wants. But with Bill White and his 52 RBIs coming up, probably won't. He's hitting .280 with a dozen homers. His 52 RBIs ranks among the league leaders. Washburn with the windup on a 6-7. Grounder second base X. Tough chance for Jerry Buchek, a .323 to his left. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get it. He knocks it down and has no play. Infield hit for White. Allen stops at second. 2-out rally for the Phillies. We'll see. Here comes Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez hitting .283, 1 home run, 18 RBIs. Washburn getting the sign. The pitch on a 2-3 righty grounder to first. Francona gloves it. He'll take it himself. And the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. And after half an inning of play, it's Philadelphia 0. St. Louis coming to bat. Hello, Daniel, and welcome. All right, got your 67 and 68s. Jeffrey's here. Jeffrey, you wouldn't want to sell Daniel your 1969 set, would you? Here we go. Lineup for the Cardinals. Lou Brock leading it off in left field. Phil Gagliano down at third. Kurt Flood in center field bats third. Tito Francona, the first baseman, hits fourth. Tim McCarver will do the catching. Delighted to see Bobby Tolan back in the lineup in right. And if you catch a hint of sarcasm in there, Good observation. Here's Jerry Buchek at second. Dal Maxville at short, and Washburn, a pretty good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. Well, Bunning ready to go to work. Lou Brock will lead it off. Brock hitting .262. 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. Pitch from Bunning on a 3-6 right-handed. He grounds one through the other way, through the right side. Actually pulls it through the 4-hole into right field for a leadoff single. And you know what that means. Brock always a threat to steal. Bunning with a poor hold, +2. Balanced out by Dalrymple's fine -2 arms. So Brock in 19, held at 17. Here's Gagliano now. Phil hitting just .235, no homers, 12 RBIs. Brock rolling for the lead. 2 through 7. He's got it. 1 to 17. There he goes. A throw from Dalrymple just in under the tag. Stolen base, Lou Brock. For Brock, that's his 29th steal of the season. That leads the majors. Unless you set the timer, Ben. Well, no, then it wouldn't be fresh, would it? That's true. Bunning checks the runner. The sign, pitch to Gagliano on a 3-6, struck him out. Down goes Gagliano. Here's Curt Flood now. Flood hitting .291, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. Brock dancing off the bag. 6'9" right-handed. Grounder to short X. Tough chance for Grote. A 322 into the hole he goes. And here's the play on a 14. He's got it. Looks the runner back and throws him out. It'll be up to Tito Francona. Francona hitting just .185 in limited playing time. He does have a pair of home runs. Bunning gets the sign. 5'8" left-handed. Grounder second base X. That's going to be Rojas. Fine defender, 2E15, ranging behind the bag now. On an 18, he's there. Twists and fires to White. And the side is retired on a nice play by Cookie Rojas. So no runs a hit. Brock left standing at second. And we are scoreless after an inning. It still would be a little fresher, sure. Let me show you what I do. Because you know what I have. I have the Chardonnay. And then you pull the thing out of its slot once the grounds are ground and the grounds go into that cup. Well, it was making a mess when I'd go to try to dump it into the coffee maker, so I got one of these cheap Melita pour-over things, and then I put my filter in there, and then I put it in the sink and dumped the grounds in there. That way any mess goes in the sink instead of all over the counter. So that works pretty good for me. I should have made some sound effects too, huh? Since I'm doing the... Yeah. We'll leave that up to Eric O. And there's Joel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they need to print that again. I'm not going to dive into that again, but yeah, it's a shame. When they issued that set, I just assumed it would always be available. I don't know, Jeff. I've been doing it for years. I've never had any problems. It's not like it's a lot of them. It's just a few crumbs that miss the filter. Theoretically, it should make the drain pipe smell better. Shakes it down with a little baking soda, and oh man, your pipes will be smelling like roses. Clay Dalrymple leading off the second, batting .311 on the season. 3 homers, 17 RBIs. A fine season indeed for Dalrymple. Washburn into the windup on a 110 righty. He goes the other way with it and lifts it to left field. Brock backs up a bit and hauls it in. You can't make it smell any worse, can you? Here's Grote hitting with just .213, 1 homer, 23 RBIs. Washburn pitches a 2-6 right-hander. That's a high fly ball to deep left field. Brock back at the track, at the wall, makes the catch at the wall. So Brock getting some running in left field today. That's his third putout already. And with 2 down, here's Tony Taylor. Taylor, again, very cold, 5 for his last 29. Overall on the season, not much better, a 186 average. The windup in the pitch is a 6-4 grounder to short X. That's the slick fielding Dal Maxville, a 228. On the 50, and he gloves it, fires it over to Francona. Nice play, Maxville retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies, and we are still scoreless. Joel tries to avoid coffee down the drain. You know, I used to dump my whole, because I don't use a paper filter. I have one of those gold filter, whatever, you know, the kind that comes with the coffee maker. I used to dump the whole thing down the sink. I don't do that anymore. Since I installed the trap to trap the larger particles. On the other hand, I rent, so if it does get clogged up, oh well. Hopefully it doesn't. Then they can scold me or kick me out, and it's kind of like work. You know the old saying, I was looking for a job when I found this one? Well, I was looking for an apartment when I found this one too. McCarver will lead it off. Oh, yeah, I'm a little rebel today, aren't I? McCarver leads the team in hitting, having a marvelous season with a .326 average, 3 home runs, 27 RBIs, and his 8 triples among the league leaders. Bunning gets his sign now on a 2-7 righty, right in the tweener to second. Rojas, 2 white. Here's Tolan now. Tolan's 6 for 68 on the year. 5 of his 6 hits are doubles, interestingly enough, but an .088 average. Bunning comes right at him with a 112 and pops him up left side. Taylor will take it. And Bobby Tolan's struggles continue. Here's Jerry Buchek hitting .321, 4 homers, 27 RBIs. Bunning into the windup. 6-4 righty, fly to center field X. Tough chance for Gonzalez, who's on his horse, 3E5. The play on a 17, he's there to make a fine running catch. Gonzalez had to go back a ways to pull that one in. That was a nice grab. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bunning, with an assist there to Gonzalez. And we're scoreless through 2. we'll have a couple of, we're going to have a little bonus. 15% only. This thing might actually work. We'll have a little bonus presentation here in the 7th inning stretch. In addition to our usual guest of honor. I never thought about these clogs. Is this just like a Florida problem? Hey there, Colin Merritt. One of my favorite subjects, plumbing, has come up today. Okay, here's Bunning to lead off the third. Bunning, a 2, weak righty. Washburn's pitch on a 4-5 right-handed. He lifts it to right field. Routine for Tolan. And he grabs it for out number 1. Top of the order, here's Cookie again. Cookie 0 for 1. Washburn, a 6-7 righty. Second base X, another tough chance for Buchek, 323. On an 11, that'll be the error range. Just the dreaded 5 again on the 23, and Buchek's throw pulls Francona off the bag. That's going to be an error. Rojas aboard on the error by Jerry Buchek. And for Buchek, good grief, that's his 13th error of the season, and that ranks among the league leaders. So Rojas aboard with 1 down. Oh, I don't worry about hair, Jeffrey. I don't have enough hair for it to be a factor. Here's Callison now, 0 for 1. Washburn, a glance at the runner. Modest lead by Rojas. The pitch from the stretch is a 6-11 right-handed. Grounder wide to first. Francona has it. Goes down to Maxville for the force, and that's all they'll get. Callison aboard at a star 15. Not held at 13, and they're not going to hold him. Figuring they will not run at 65% with the dangerous Dick Allen at the plate, and they figured right. Washburn's pitch to Allen is a 1-8 righty, and he loses in ball 4. Pitching carefully to Allen. Allen draws the walk. First and second 2 outs. It will be up to Bill White. Washburn checking the runners. Here's the pitch to White. 4-11 lefty. That's going to drive in a run into right center. Double on a 1. It's a 2-star single. Callison into score. Allen rounds and heads into third. And the Phillies jump out to a 1-0 lead. White 15 held on at 13 at first base. Tony Gonzalez, the batter, with 2 down. 1-0 Phillies here in the third. Washburn, the pitch. 5-7 left-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big K there for Washburn to end the inning. The Phillies settle for 1 on 1 hit and leave a pair. That run will be unearned. As far as Washburn's ERA is concerned, so it's okay to wash your shavings down the sink, but not hair down the toilet. That's okay, Jeff. I'll loan you a couple of my hats. I'm for that. I'm all for that. All right, bottom of the third. Here's Dal Maxville. Maxville in there for his glove, hitting a surprising 302. No home runs, 8 RBIs. Bunning into the windup now. 3-5 righty, grounder down to third. Taylor will take it and throws him out. Here's the pitcher, Washburn. He's a right-hander, a 6 with end power. On a 5-6 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout for Bunning. 2 down, and here's Brock. Bunning gets the sign from Dalrymple. The pitch is a 5-7 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Bunning, who's now retired 8 in a row, and after 3 complete, it's 1-0 Phillies. Bunning looking like he could make 1 run stand up here today. We'll see. And Ray Washburn takes the hill for the 4th. Interesting. I've never thought about these things. Man, I'm getting schooled here today. I usually just chase it down with some shimmer. You know shimmer. It's a floor polish. No, it's a dessert topping. You're both right. Shimmer is a floor polish and a dessert topping. One inch of snow in 2 hours. How about that? So they say. Here's Dalrymple to start off the 4th. He flew to left his first time up. Washburn into the windup. 1-6 righty. Fly ball to right field and playable for Bobby Tolan, who makes the catch. Here's Grote. Grote also flew to left his first time up. Washburn's pitch on a 4-11 righty. He loses him ball 4. Hang on, I got hair on my tongue. Excuse me, I'm going to wash that down the sink. No, I'm not. Here's Tony Taylor. Grounder to short his first time up. From the stretch, it's a 3-4 righty. He pops him up left side. Maxville waving his arms. He'll take it. And the batter will be Bunning. The pitch from Washburn is a 1-9 righty. Struck him out, not surprisingly. And that'll end the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, a man left. Still 1-0. Bunning allowed a leadoff single to Lou Brock. Nothing since. Is retired 9 in a row. Phil Giglio, oh no. No, I gave the cat a bath. Speaking of the cat, he's getting a nail clipping this afternoon. It's only $30. I can't believe I didn't call and ask about this sooner. I thought that was quite reasonable. Honestly, I expected it to be twice that much. Okay, Ben, now I have to ask, is this the same pack of Newcastle or did you buy some more? If it's the same one, you've really milked that one out. Phil Gagliano struck out his first time up. Bunning into the windup. Comes right in there with a 6-8. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Bunning now, and the batter is Curt Flood. And hello, Kathy Harden. Wow, you have milked it out. Hey, Larry, welcome. Wow, excellent crowd here for a Monday. I wonder if the weather has anything to do with that. Everybody's stuck inside and I see 26 people here. That's incredible for a Monday. That's usually like a Friday crowd. Bunning into the windup. The pitch to Flood on a 4-3 righty. He lines that one into left field for a base hit. Second hit off of Bunning. Flood with great speed on the bases. 15 held at 13. And the Cardinals are going to try to make something happen. He's going to roll for the lead. 2-6, 12. He doesn't get it. The next pitch to Francona. 4-7 lefty. High fly ball to left. Double on a 1, and that catch will be made by Dick Allen. It'll be up to McCarver, who grounded to second his first time up. Bunning. Throw to first. Flood back to the bag. Now comes to the plate 4-7. Same number. Fly to left. And it is caught by Allen. No runs to hit, a man left. Pitchers duel through 4. 1-0 Phillies. What other projects have I got going on? I played a few of my 1982 this morning. And there's Al. Hello, Al. Right? Yeah, I've mentioned this before, Al, but this 1966 Dick Allen, one of the best hitting cards against lefties in the entire history of Strat-O-Matic. And with that, we move to the 5th inning. Top of the order for the Phillies, Cookie Rojas to start it off. Washburn gets his sign. The windup in the pitch on a 1-4. He pops him up right side. Francona will take it. The batter is Johnny Callison. Callison grounded to first both times. Washburn's pitch on a 1-11 righty. Another grounder to first. Francona to Washburn. 2 quick outs. And here is the aforementioned Allen. Two 4 lefty. Hard smash to third. Gagliano to Francona. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Washburn. And we're halfway through in a 1-0 nail biter. Oh yeah, I mean, just look at it. I mean, we just did, but just an insane card. If you're playing ballpark effects and you put this guy in the Polo Grounds, he picks up another 8 that way. 18.5, 21.5, 29, almost 30 numbers of home runs if he were in Polo playing ballpark effects. Oh, did I read lefty? Hang on, I gotta back that up now. Yes, I did. He struck him out, didn't he? 2-4. I assume I did not move the die. There's no reason I would have. That's because we were focusing on it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bill. I almost robbed Washburn of a strikeout. So I thank you, and Ray Washburn thanks you. That's 3 strikeouts for Washburn. The fearsome Bobby Tolan will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Bunning gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch on a 1-11. He pops him up. Taylor will take it. And that's twice Tolan has popped out to third. Is that a tough card to get, Joel? That's cool information. You know, I was at a baseball card shop at the mall the other day. I never noticed it before. I think it's actually a newer shop. I was surprised how many people were there, so I guess the hobby is still going strong. I've got a couple boxes of cards. I should probably sell most of them. They're not doing me any good. I think I'll go back in there and ask the owner or the shop worker if they buy cards, or I could just call them up and ask them that and save a trip. But I like to go there and walk anyway. With my treadmill temporarily out of commission, that's my only option. Buchek, the batter, running with the windup. It's a 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Buchek. That's 5 strikeouts for Bunning, and here's Dal Maxville. The windup and the pitch, 110 righty. He struck him out. So Bunning mowing him down now, and here's Washburn. 6 with end power. 5-7 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Nope, sorry, that's the 3rd out. What are you doing? Get in the game, Steve. The inning's over. So we will have to wait for Washburn's at bat. Washburn gets a reprieve. We'll call that payback for me trying to deprive him of a strikeout in the top of the 5th. You know, I think it's coffee time, so I'll be right back. Orlowski poured a whole pan of peas down the sink, but they had a garbage disposal. One to nothing game, we move to the 6th inning. Bill White will lead it off. White's 2 for 2 with an RBI single, driving in the game's only run in the 3rd. Washburn gets his sign, pitch to White on a 2-11 righty. Base hit up the middle. And Bill White 3 for 3 today. 15 held on at 13, and the batter will be Tony Gonzalez. White takes his lead. Washburn out of the stretch. That's a 6-11 lefty. Base hit to right field. White could go to 3rd. Good speed, 15, 17. Tolan a -1, 16. They're going to send him. And with nobody out, the Cardinals will cut it off. Keep Gonzalez at first. Gonzalez not a threat to steal. Pretty good runner. Phillies with runners at the corners and nobody out. And here's Clay Dalrymple. Let's see how the Cardinals are going to play this. Close game, they're going to pull the infield in. Washburn rated 7 for starter endurance, so that's not an issue. Dalrymple 0 for 2. Flew to left, flew to right. Washburn from the stretch. 4-9 left-handed. Base hit right field. That's going to drive in wide and make it 2-0. Gonzalez could go to third, 14, 16, 15, and they're going to send him. And they're going to cut it off again. So an RBI single for Dalrymple makes it 2-0. And here's Dick Grote, and now there's action in the St. Louis pen. This pen has some issues. Other than Horner, this is a very problematic pen. Let me check the usage display on Curt Simmons. We might use him as the middleman. That's who we're going to get warming anyway. Curt Simmons throwing in the pen. Grote facing Washburn. They're going to be back, try to get a double play out of Grote, who has a lot of ground ball A's on his card. The pitch from the stretch. 5-7, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Huge strikeout there by Washburn. And here's the ice-cold Tony Taylor with the pitcher to follow. So Washburn trying to get out of this cheaply. 1 down. Double play depth. The pitch to Tony on a 6-3 righty. Fly ball right field X. That's Tolan. Tolan, a 3E15. Here's the play on a 20. He makes the catch, but it's deep enough for Gonzalez to tag up and score, and that makes it 3-0 on the sac fly to right. So the ice-cold Taylor picks up an RBI with 2 down. Bunning is the batter. 3-0 Phillies. That's looking like about 2 more than Bunning needs today. And Washburn's pitch on a 2-5. Single to 6. Liner to second. Caught by Buchek. Phillies 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. And they take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th. Hey there, clams. Welcome in. So Bunning in complete command of this game so far. Now has a 3-run lead to work with. And Washburn's a pretty good hitting pitcher, but Washburn's going to call it a day. And the right-hander Don Dennis throwing now. As the Cardinals go to their bench. Washburn 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1, 2, 3. I was going to go to Curt Simmons, but with Allen looming, the 3rd hitter at the inning, you really want to bring in a left-handed pitcher. The pinch hitter will be Charlie Smith. Smith hitting .326 on the season, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. Bunning gets the sign from Dalrymple. Here's the windup and the pitch. 2-3 righty. Routine grounder to second. It's Cookie Rojas. Flips it over to White. And Smith is retired. We might keep him in the lineup. Hang on. Here's Brock, 1 for 2. Pitch from Bunning on a 1-9. Struck him out. Brock strikes out for the second time. And here's Gagliano. Bunning into the windup. It's a 3-8 righty. Flight is straight away center. Easy play for Gonzalez. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And Smith will stay in the game. He'll stay in the game at third base. So we'll put the pitcher in Gagliano's spot. So Smith, a 3-18. Another 1-2-3 inning for Bunning. And on to pitch, right-hander Don Dennis. Dennis notably better against right-handers, and it's been an ugly year for Dennis. 1-1, 7.71, just 16 innings of work. So a very small sample size. Simmons still tossing behind him. And the top of the order for the Phillies, with Cookie Rojas leading things off. Dennis ready to go to work. Into the windup. 3-10 righty. He lifts it to right field, where Tolan is playing, and he gloves it for the first out. Here's Callison now, 0 for 3, grounded to first all 3 times. The windup and the pitch from Dennis on a 6-4 lefty. Fly ball center field X. 1-0. The roll nearly a formality, as Flood makes an incredible running catch to rob Callison of a base hit. Oh my, what a play by Flood. That's going to be a web gem. Curt Flood does it again. 2/3 of the earth is covered by water, and the other third is covered by Curt Flood. Here's Allen now. 1 for 2 with a walk. Dennis with the windup. 2-5, struck him out. So a solid inning from Don Dennis. As we go to the stretch, it's 3-0 Phillies. Okay, a couple of things. Is that what I want? I will show you guys my team. How do you do this? I don't know how to do it. So I'll have to scroll down. Who is the beer batter unmitigated? I missed it. This is my semifinals team. 100 million salary cap. Salaries off to the right. 68 Tiant, 99 Randy Johnson, 78 Guidry, 1921 Art Neff. The bullpen is very meager. 2007 Brian Fuentes will be the workhorse there. Larry Sherry, 64, and then 2 Roogies and a Loogie, very cheap. The offense, 37 Babe Phelps catching, 86 Dan Brothers at first. Judd Wilson plays third base, where he's a 4E10, same rating as his first base rating. Tubby Scales is the designated hitter. Jake Cronenworth at second. Bill Dolan at short. Bobby Veach in left. Paul Wainer in center. And Bob Musell in right. My park is 27 Comiskey. 15 singles both ways. No ballpark homers. And here's the star of our show, the Mook. Let's take a closer look. Oh man, it's hard getting up today. Mookie, what's up, buddy? Say hello. He doesn't care about that. You can tell when he doesn't want to be bothered. When he does a holy cow, it did come. They weren't lying. It's coming down now. That's the second snow that's stuck. It probably won't stick for long. Well, I'm extra happy that I got my running around done this morning. But I do have to go out. Damn. It's not far, though. I got to go to the vet, and Mookie's getting a nail clipping today. Fortunately for me, he doesn't know that yet. Bill White's the beer batter. Clams has a question, the dot. What does the dot mean? I guess that tells you when they reach their fatigue that you have to look at these dots, like you wouldn't know that anyway. You know, I never even noticed that. Isn't that funny? It's right there in plain sight. I'm sure it must mean that. If anybody else wants to jump in, take it away. All right, back to the ball game. Heart of the order for the Cardinals against Bunning, who's twirling a gem here. Kurt Flood's 1 for 2. Bunning gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-8 righty. Ground ball up the middle and through into center field for a leadoff single. And Kurt Flood's second hit of the ball game. 15 held at 13. And the batter is Tito Francona. Hello, Reimer. Is that Michael Reimer? It is, isn't it? There's another new name change that we had to solve. Decode would be a better word. Francona 0 for 2. Bunning working from the stretch. 6-7 lefty swung on and missed, strike 3. Let's add him up now. He's racking up quite a few. 3, 4, 6, 7. That's 8 strikeouts now for Bunning. That'll bring up Tim McCarver, the catcher. Bunning working from the stretch comes in with a 110. That's ripped into right center. Double to 9. That's going to be a long single for McCarver. Flood makes it to third easily. And St. Louis has something going in the 7th. Bunning an 8 for starter endurance, so that's not an issue. And here's Bobby Tolan. They may have to hold McCarver, and they do. McCarver held at 13. The pitch from the stretch to Tolan is a 5-7, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 9 for Bunning. And it'll be up to Jerry Buchek. Big strikeout for Bunning. Still has the shutout intact with runners on the corners and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th. Hey, Brian. How's it going? Holy crap, you sure did. I'll tell you what, I am humbled by this crowd. What a great turnout today. Thank you, everybody. 3-0 Phillies. Cardinals trying to rally here. First and third, 2 down. Jerry Buchek at the plate. Bunning comes right in there with a 6-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. It's 10 strikeouts for Bunning. And the Cardinals come up empty in the bottom of the 7th. And Bunning with the shutout still intact. That's going to be it for Dennis. He would bat 4th in the 8th. So we can double switch with this pitching change too. We're going to go to Simmons. Simmons will go in the 7th spot. And Julian Javier will come in at second base, where he's a 2E15. So Simmons in the double switch. Three left-handed hitters due up. You only see 9 what? Oh, that's right. Brian Bunning. Brian in Oregon. I know I've asked this before, at least I'm assuming I have. What part of Oregon? Quite a bit nicer than here. Hey, Dan Douglas, good to see you. Let's take a look at Simmons' numbers. Simmons 1-4, 4.73. Bill White will lead it off. He's 3 for 3. Simmons into the windup. 5-4 lefty. A grounder to third X. That was Gagliano, but it is now Smith, a 3-18. On end. Whoops, you got to roll that one. Oh, shoot. 9 is the error range. I jumped the dice. 10, I think that's what it was, actually. And he makes a nice play. So a nice play, Charlie Smith. 1 down, and here's Gonzalez. Sorry about the dice confusion there. Tony 1 for 3. Simmons left on left. 3-11 left-handed, and he lines that one into right field for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Gonzalez. Gonzalez not a threat to run. Dalrymple 1 for 3. Simmons out of the stretch. 5-9 left-handed. Fly ball to left field. Playable for Brock, who glides over and puts it away for out number 2. Here's Dick Grote now. Grote 0 for 2 with the walk. Simmons gets the sign. 6-10 right-handed fly ball center field X. That's Curt Flood's territory. 1-0. He's got it. No runs to hit, a man left. And with Grote making the last out, this is bound to make somebody happy, as Bobby Wine enters the game at shortstop. And yes, Virginia, we do have a double play combo of Wine and Rojas. Let's see what else we can do for the Phillies defense. Really need to get Dick Allen out of there. Hate to lose his bat, but Jackie Brandt's going to come in and play left. (2E5 -2), good outfielder. $15 miles from Salem. Nice area, Brian. I probably drive right by your house when I do my California trips. Let's see, it's Maxville, Smith, Brock. Facing Bunning. Bunning gets the sign. Here's the windup, the pitch to Maxville on a 3-8. Comebacker, Bunning gloves it, tosses it to first, 1 down. Here's Charlie Smith now. Smith pinch hit in the 6th, grounded to second. Bunning's pitch is a 4-8 right-handed. Liner to second, single 17. It's a base hit for Charlie Smith. First endurance inning for Bunning. Smith, no threat to steal, is at first, and Lou Brock is the hitter. Cardinals need 1 more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. On deck, Julian Javier. Bunning working from the stretch on a 3-12 righty. Base hit right field. They're waving Smith to third, and the Cardinals are in business here in the bottom of the 8th. 1 more hitter walk will fatigue Bunning. The batter is Javier, and there's action now in the Phillies pen. as Darrell Knowles, the left-hander, and Terry Fox, the right-hander, began tossing. Terry Fox, a June acquisition for the Cardinals. And they really needed another right-hander in that pen. Runners at the corners, one away. Let's see how the Phillies are going to play it. With a 2-run lead, they'll keep it at double play depth. Bunting checks the runner. The pitch, 6-3, fly ball left field X. That's Brandt. Holy cow, that could have been Allen. Brandt, a 2E5 on his horse. It is an 18, and he comes in and makes a nice running catch on what would have been a single 2-base advance off of Dick Allen. So what a play by Jackie Brandt. On a fly ball C, runner at third has to hold up, and it'll be up to Curt Flood. Flood's 2 for 3 today. Bunting running out of gas, but he wants to stay in. And here's the pitch from the stretch. 4-6, base hit, triple to 3. It is a base hit for Flood. That's going to drive in a run, and the Cardinals are on the board as Smith crosses the plate. Brock all the way to third. Give an RBI to Curt Flood. That makes the score 3-1, and Bunting is fatigued. And here comes Mock. So that'll be it for Bunting, who looked like he was going to cruise to a complete game shutout. Still a fine outing, 7 2/3. 7 hits. Did not walk a man. And struck out 10. And they're going to Knowles. Knowles pitched in this game in real life. Not that that matters, but it's just a guideline. Knowles 4-4 with 4 saves, 2.23. And the Cardinals are going to counter that move. Francona is called back. Grabbing a bat is Orlando Cepeda. He would remain in the game at first base. Cepeda with St. Louis, 265, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Three to 1, tying run on first is Flood. Let's take a look at that. Flood a star 15. -2, -2, not held at 11. Two out. It's up to Cepeda. Knowles with the pitch to Orlando Cepeda on a 4-7 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Knowles comes in and puts out the fire. The Cardinals settle for a single run on 3 hits and leave a pair. And you've got to feel that that was their best chance right there. 8 innings in the books. It's 3-1 Phillies. Curt Simmons will come out for his second inning of work. I should have double switched. Darn it. Blew it again. I blew it again, Mike. Before we go to the ninth, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Just a fantastic crowd and chat. Here on a wintry Monday. Tony Taylor will start it off. He is 0 for 2. Kurt Simmons gets his sign. The lefty delivers a 6-2. It's a high fly. It's a high fly ball single. Sorry, he walks him. Nope. 6-2 homer. Taylor a week against lefties and end against righties, so that will be a base hit for Taylor. So Taylor, perhaps coming out of his slump with a sac fly and a single. Knowles is a 3 and a D bunter. Due up McCarver, Tolan. They're going to stick with Knowles. He squares to bunt as a D. 9D. Batter is safe. Leading runner is thrown out by the catcher. So a 2-4 fielder's choice. 1 out, and here's Cookie Rojas. Rojas 0 for 4 today. Simmons out of the stretch. 3-7 lefty, grounder down to third. Smith has it, goes to Buchek for the force, and that's all they'll get. So Rojas at first with 2 out, and the hitter is Johnny Callison. Kurt Simmons with the pitch. It's a 5-7 left-hander. Base hit, double to 1. That is a single into right field. To third goes Cookie Rojas. The batter will be Jackie Brandt. If Dick Allen were still in the lineup, that would be the end of the line for Simmons. As it is, nothing but lefties in this St. Louis pen. Except for uncarded Pache and uncarded Mahaffey. Just in case Larry Jaster tossing, but they're going to stick with Simmons. Jackie Brandt, the hitter, is first at bat of the day. Brandt hitting .310 on the season, no home runs. The pitch from Simmons on a 5-11, fly ball to straightaway center, Flood gliding over to it, and that'll do it. So the Phillies strand a pair here in the ninth. Hang on to your seatbelts, we're going to the bottom of the ninth. Quick glance at the Philly defense, about as good as it can be. Darryl Knowles looking to notch his 5th save of the season. McCarver will hit. Tolan is being called back, so nobody on the on-deck circle as of yet. McCarver is 1 for 3. Knowles gets his sign. A pitch to McCarver on a 6-3, base hit into left field. It's a leadoff single from McCarver, and here we go. The batter will not be Tolan. Mike Shannon's coming off the bench. Tolan was 0 for 3. Popped to third, and struck out. Shannon at .252, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. The right-hander Fox is ready. Who's the wild thing unmitigated? There's Franklin. Hello, Franklin. McCarver at first, not held at 11. McCarver, one of the few star-stealing catchers. Well, that's who I think of, Mitch Williams. We're a few years away from him. Here's Shannon now. Knowles from the stretch. 4-9, grounder short X. That could be 2. That's Wine, a 222. Ranging behind the bag on a 6. He's got it. To Rojas to first. Wine, Rojas, White, double play. What a play by Bobby Wine. And the Cardinals fans let out a sigh of disappointment. Pinch hitting for the pitcher. Not a lot left. The batter will be Ed Spezio. Spezio just 2 for 12, all as a pinch hitter. Knowles trying to close it out. The windup and the pitch. 4-10 righty. Grounder to short X. Another chance for Wine. 222. Into the hole on a 15. He's there. Plants and throws. And that's the game. So Bobby Wine in for defense. Makes his contribution known here in the bottom of the ninth. And the Phillies win it 3-1. I'll have the totals in a moment, as always. Bunning with the win improves to 9-5. Knowles with his 5th save of the season. Washburn, the hard luck loser, drops to 2-7. Ouch. Two innings from Kurt Simmons, 3 hits, no runs. No walks, no strikeouts. Thank you, Mike. I was wondering unmitigated if perhaps Terry Fox didn't have that nickname and you wanted the right-hander. Phillies were pretty much going to sink or swim with Knowles, and he gets the save. Phillies win it with 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Cardinals, 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error. Player of the game pretty much has to be Bunning, doesn't it? 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts. Honorable mention to the beer batter, Bill White, a 3 for 4 day. And let's look at tomorrow's pitching matchup for the second game of this doubleheader. It'll be a treat because Bob Gibson's taking the mound for the Cardinals. He'll be opposed by Rick Wise of the Phillies. Always a treat when Gibson pitches. And that, of course, will be at the usual time, 1:30/4:30. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm going to stir up some lunch. So I'm going to take off, wishing everyone a very pleasant good evening, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.